Okay, the next basic machine that we're going to talk about is the gears. You understand? Gears. Okay, so let's have work example on this basic machine. Two intermission gear wheels A and B have 47 and 155 teeth respectively. What is the rotational speed of the wheel A if wheel B rotates at 72 revolutions per second? That is the first question. The second question says, if wheel B is the driven wheel, determine the velocity ratio. Now let's start with the let's start by writing out the parameters that we are given in the question. You understand? We are given that we have two intermission gear, wheel A and wheel B. You understand? The gears are wheel A, and we have another wheel B. You understand? These gears have 47 and 155 teeth respectively. That means that wheel A have 47 teeth. 47 for wheel A and 155 for wheel B. Do you understand? Okay. Now, we are asked the rotational speed of wheel A. Rotational speed. We don't know the rotational speed of wheel A, you understand? But we know the rotational speed of wheel B. The rotational speed of wheel B is 72, you understand? 72 revolutions per second. 72 revolutions per second, you understand? And we are made to know in the question that wheel B is the driven wheel, you understand? Wheel B is the driven wheel. The driven wheel is wheel B. Now, pay attention. You see, what I did here is that I just write the information of each wheel, the information of each gears under each wheel. You understand? The information for wheel A is this. The information, the parameters for wheel B is this. Now, if wheel B is the driven wheel, that means that the driver wheels is what? Wheel A. This is the driver wheel. Do you understand? When two gears intermesh, are you paying attention? We always have two wheels, the driven wheel and the driver wheel. The driven wheel is the wheel that is being driven, you understand? The wheel that is rotating as a result of the other wheels is what we call the driven wheel, you understand? Now, the driver wheel is the wheel that makes the other wheels to rotate, you understand? So that is the simple analogy behind this. If this is the driven wheel, then wheel A will be the driver wheel. You understand? Okay? Now, having understand this basic concept, let us proceed with the first question. We are asked to determine the rotational speed of the wheel A. The rotational speed of wheel A. Now, how do we determine the speed of the wheel of A? You understand? Don't forget, the first question is to determine the speed of wheel of A. You see, the speed of wheel A and wheel B is what we call angular speed. You understand? Pay attention. And the reason why we call it angular speed is because it is a rotational speed. You understand? So the speed of wheel A and wheel B is what we call angular speed. And angular speed is always denoted by W. You understand? W. Do you understand? The speed of wheel A will be WA. You understand? And the speed of wheel B will be WB. You understand? Angular speed of wheel A. Angular speed. You understand? Angular speed of A. Of wheel A. Then this one will be angular speed. Angular speed of wheel B. You understand? Okay. Now we are told that the numbers of teeth of gear A is what? 47. So let me call it NA. The numbers of teeth of gear A, teeth of A. Then NB for teeth of B. Please, just pay attention. You're going to understand, okay? The goals here is to determine the angular speed of wheel A. You understand? Now, the reason why I write this out is because I want to give you a formula, okay? When we take the product of wheel A and the numbers of teeth of wheel of A, it is also the same thing as the product of wheel B and the angular speed of wheel of B. You understand? Okay? Pay attention. What I'm trying to say is that the angular speed of wheel A multiplied by the number of teeth of wheel A is also the same thing as the angular speed of wheel B multiplied by the number of teeth of wheel B. You understand? So WA NA equals to WB NB. This formula is true because when two gears intermesh, one of the gears causes another gears to rotate. You understand? For example, we have two gears with two wheels A and B intermeshing. That is, we have the driver wheel. The driver wheel is the wheel of the gears that causes the other gear, which is wheel B, to rotate. You understand? So you can see that this is the relationship that exists between both gears. Do you understand? So that is this makes the formula to be true. The product of the angular velocity of wheel A multiplied by the numbers of teeth of gears A equals to the product of the angular speed of wheel B multiplied by the numbers of teeth of wheel B. Do you understand? That's simple. Okay. Now, since we know that this formula is true, how do we determine the rotational speed of wheel B? Rotational speed is also known as angular speed. You understand? So now, how do we determine the rotational speed of wheel A? That is very simple. We know the number of teeth of wheel A. So the rotational speed of wheel A will be what? WA multiplied by the numbers of teeth of wheel A, that is 47, equals to WB, which is the rotational speed of wheel B, that is angular velocity of wheel B, that is 72, multiplied by the numbers of teeth of wheel B, that is 155. You understand? Okay, for this I'm going to have WA. Okay, now let's divide both by 47. This over 47 and this over 47. So I'm going to have WA, which is the rotational speed of wheel A, equals to 72 multiplied by 155. That is 11,160 divided by 47. So the angular speed of wheel A equals to this divided by 47. That is 237.45 revolution per second. You understand? So that is the rotational speed or the angular speed of wheel A. Do you understand? So anytime you are given this question in the exam, the first step is to remember your formula. You understand? The formula is when you have two intermeshing gears, the formula is the product of the angular speed of one gear and the teeth is equals to the product of angular speed of the other gear and its teeth. You understand? So that is it. The product of wheel A, angular speed of A multiplied by the numbers of teeth of A equals to angular speed of B multiplied by the number of teeth of B. And also, this formula can be written in this form. This formula can be written as this: angular speed of A all over angular speed of B equals to numbers of teeth of B all over the numbers of teeth of A. So you can either use this or use this. You understand? So anyone you remember, you can use any of this formula. It's also the same. You understand? Because by the time you take the product of A, this multiplied by this, by the time you take the cross product, you are going to have WA multiplied by NA. That is WA NA equals to WB NB. Do you understand? So that is it. You can use any of the formula. So do you understand how I got the angular speed of wheel A? If you didn't understand, listen to the explanation again. You surely understand. Now, how do we determine the velocity ratio? We've been given an additional information that if wheel B is the driving wheel, what is the velocity ratio? Now, the formula for velocity ratio for two intermeshing gears is this: VR, which is the velocity ratio, equals to the numbers of teeth of the driven wheel. You understand? The numbers of teeth of the driven wheel. VR, velocity ratio, equals to the numbers of teeth of the driven wheel all over the numbers of teeth of the driver wheel. You understand? Now, because we've been made to know that wheel B is the driven wheel, you understand? Pay attention and listen to the explanation again. we've been meant to know in the question that wheel B is the driven wheel, and since wheel B is the driven wheel A will be what? The driver wheel. You understand? And velocity ratio now is what? The numbers of teeth of the driven wheel all over the number of teeth of the driver wheel. The driven wheel is wheel B, so the number of teeth of wheel B is what? 155. So I'm going to have 155 all over the number of teeth of the driver wheel. The driver wheel is wheel A. The number of teeth is what? 47. So for 155 over 47. 155 divided by 47, that is 3.298. Okay, 3.298. Hence the velocity ratio is 3.298. You understand? That is the solution to that question. We are done with the question, having gotten the angular speed of wheel A and the velocity ratio of the intermission gears. So I'm very sure you understand. If you have any question regarding this, you can let me know in the comment section. Okay, so that will be all for this class. See you in the next class. To watch the next class, kindly check the description of this video. You are going to see a link there. Click on that link, or you should check the playlist on this channel. Okay, see you in the next class.